Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Abby Gorton and this is the Psychic and Mediums Network show. We are totally different from anything you will have seen on TV before. Not only do we have an amazing family of really friendly psychics, we also offer really entertaining programming. We've got ghost hunts, interviews, stuff that will scare you, possibly, but will entertain you and intrigue you. So why not join in? Keep watching and you never know, you might feel like you want to ring in and join in the fun. Coming up soon we have Craig Hamilton Parker demonstrating mediumship, a spooky ghost hunt with Danielle, an interview with one of our very own psychic team, and another intriguing demonstration of mediumship with Jane Hamilton Parker. Throughout the show we have some great psychics and mediums waiting to take your call. They're waiting to take your call right now. Next up we have the first of a two-part clip with Craig Hamilton Parker demonstrating mediumship in the theatre.
Army pictures come into my head. Someone that went over, bang, like that in the army, I've got to say. And he was a real handsome man, wasn't he? Because he gives me a fellow that tremendous kindness with this gentleman. And so polite. His hair was, he shows me his hair because his hair was immaculate. And yet, at the end, the haunting thing that people have is that his face was hurt. Because I've gone so quick.
It did go
It was quick. I thought I was in action because I've gone so quick. I'm all right, he says. He was one of these people full of the joy of life.
Yeah.
People used to look to him and wish they could be as optimistic as him. He was always the ones that we would say, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right, we'll get through it, you know. Very young, too, I've got to say. And even younger in spirit, in heart, you know, because he could giggle like a child sometimes. He had this giggly way. And something about birthday, too. Is it something, I'm talking about the birthday celebration, is it around now or something? Are we close to his birthday? Yeah.
Next month.
I knew it soon. And that for you is very hard because you're almost counting the days to it, thinking it's going to break you. He says, don't worry, I'll be there, I'm all right. He wants you to know that he's going to be close to you, particularly on his birthday. And make that a happy day for yourself. Treat yourself, do something positive, because that's what he would do, because he'd like to take you out on your birthday, sort of feel. Because he used to, didn't he? That was the one time he'd always make very special for you, was your birthday. Even if you had to travel a long distance, he'd always try to be there.
Wasn't that a fantastic reading? Now for those of you who don't know, Craig is a medium and this is someone who can speak to the spirit world. You can call one of our mediums today and you never know, it might be able to help you in a really big way. Calling one of our team is really easy. Just dial one of the numbers on the screen below and you'll be put through to one of our clairvoyant team. If you're unsure of what reader would suit you best, just ask the operator and they'll put you through to the one that's appropriate to you. One of our mediums might be able to help you with any spiritual issues, whereas one of our psychics may be able to help with any issues surrounding love and romance.
He's going like that. He'd always salute you, wouldn't he? And I don't know if you've got a picture of him like going like that. He's talking about a picture of him. You haven't got a picture of him on you, have you? Because he's talking about the picture you've got here now. And you were looking at that picture before you came here and said, if only you could come through. You spoke to his picture and it came to me, he said. Well, he wants to let you know that love never dies. That there's a bond of love between you that is so strong between you and the spirit world that every thought that you might send him, even the ones that when you're really depressed get to him, but not to worry, he feels all the love from it. He feels the love behind it, and he sends it back to you as well. He wants you to pick the pieces up and start again, to start to live again, because he doesn't like to see you suffering so much, and he likes to think that he can be there, be close to you, and really lift your spirits. So do take his love and know that he is always there. There's nothing wrong with me, he says. I'm fine now. I'm perfectly all right. But take his love. Take his love.
Very, very good connection. I couldn't believe the connection I got tonight.
We're definitely talking to our loved ones.
He said about the photograph, well, I had all them, and he said to me, you've got that in your bag. And I did. I had everything in my bag, they said. But when I went outside for a break, and I said to Carol, they know things that nobody else knows.
On our psychic phone team, we've selected the very best readers to give you the best possible advice. Not only are they tremendously accurate, but they are actually really nice people with really good values. There are a few things we can't talk about for legal issues, but our readers will guide you as to what we can and can't help you with. We believe being accurate is really important, but most of all to give you the support and the advice you need to move forward. One of our most popular topics is, yes, you've guessed it, love and romance. One of our love psychics is waiting right now to take your call and give you any advice you may need. I think they've just come online now and are bursting with psychic energy, so make your call right now. Coming up next, we have a spooky ghost hunt in a haunted theatre with Danielle and her team. The theatre in Reading was built over an ancient crypt, and the spirits of the dead are alleged to still creep around the building at the dead of night. It is said that they announce their presence with strange noises and loud bangs. It's safe to say, rather her than me.
Oh my god, did someone just shut that, or did that do it automatically?
I don't know.
Oh my god, the door just closed. Oh my god, that sounds scary. I saw a shadow, a big dark shadow, like run across the room, the door slammed behind us, and that was just, I can't explain it, the experience was amazing.
Some spooky stuff there. Now, as entertaining as ghost hunts might be, or at least to some people, we can help you with issues that are more rooted in daily life. We're not just here to talk through love and romance. We can talk about anything. Maybe you've got a big decision coming up that you just need someone with a little bit more insight to help guide you through it. Some of our readers use cards. That might be the most appropriate method for you. Anything you want to have a chat about, we're here to take your call. So why not give us a call? And you never know, this might be the start of something better. Our readers can also be booked so that they can call you back at a time that might be a little bit more suitable. Now, next up, we have the first of a two-part clip with another amazing demonstration of mediumship, this time with Jane Hamilton Parker.
As Joseph is building up here, he's coming with a lady. Now, they've both got a glass of wine in their hand. Would you understand that? Okay. I felt as these two were quite happy to meet again in the spirit world, and they've been saying that you've been a little bit tearful. They don't like the conflict that's been happening in the family. Would you understand that? Now, they're both crying here as they're coming, because you've cried many tears and you miss them. Now, these two are quite, because Mum was a very good cook, because she's bringing food in for you.
Yeah, that's right.
You're talking about you've lost a lot of weight, darling, have you?
I have since they both passed.
All right, okay. You keep looking at letters and you keep looking at cards.
Yes.
And you need to touch them at times.
Yeah.
It's just that you miss them so much. It's like I feel as if you're heartbroken.
Yeah.
Okay. But they have done visitations to you from the spirit world in dreams and let you know. I don't know if you've had lights flickering on and off.
I have, yeah.
I do get out of breath when this gentleman speaks to me,
Yeah.
you know, because he's talking 20 to the dozen here, and it's as if he's putting the thumbs up and saying, this is great, this is. And he's going like, this is great, this is. All right.
Thank you.
Have you been sitting on a bed crying
Yes.
recently?
Yes.
Because it's as if I feel Mum's trying to put her arms around you, because it feels as if nothing's ever been the same again.
No.
All right. Now, why is Mum and Dad clipping, I wouldn't say he was young, I'd say he's middle-aged, somebody round the ear?
I know that is.
Is that a brother?
Yeah, my brother.
All right.
My brother.
Not happy with him, I'm afraid.
No.
All right, but rise above that. Rise above that. Well, God bless you, my dears, because I feel as if they're leaving you, and they love you very much. And don't cry.
Okay.
And the eagle has landed.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand that?
I do understand that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, where was I at the back there?
She was spot on. Everything was right. It all meant a lot to me. She had my father's name, everything, things about my brother. There's been problems with my brother. And I'm so glad to hear of them both. My father, he was doing this. I'm just glad he's friends with me because things happened. Now it's all just a bit emotional.
Wow, that was really moving. Now remember, all of our phone lines are still open, so ring in if you want to chat with any of our friendly team. All the numbers you need are at the bottom of your screen. Now we do understand that some of you might be a little bit sceptical about this sort of thing. We're not just preaching to the converted. And next up we have an interview with Peter Tattersall. Peter is a political activist and a rationalist, so we sent Craig out to test his powers of mediumship.
I've got to confess that I am very, very skeptical. I'm a rationalist at heart. I believe that in order to believe something and to know something, you need evidence, you need experimentation, you need to be able to demonstrate that something is true. You need to be able to explain why it happened. So when it comes to this experience, I'm not going to close my mind, but I'm approaching it with a high degree of doubt.
Well, I'm going to get on and meditate a bit more now then, and tune in a bit, and I'll see you in there. All right?
Okay, see you in a minute.
I think this is going to be quite a difficult one, actually. My feeling is that Peter Tatchell is a rationalist and therefore a skeptic. I know he doesn't believe in God or the afterlife, so I don't know how I'm going to communicate somebody from the afterlife for him if he doesn't believe in it. So hopefully his belief system may not stand in the way. If it does, I'll just have to work for it.
Oh, hi Craig. Welcome. Come in.
Thank you. One of the things I like to do as a medium is to try to prove there's life after death, but I don't think I can ever prove that there's a God. I believe what I do is prove there's continuation of the soul after death, or the human personality after death. So I hope later on in the reading that I might be able to sort of give you some proofs of that, if you're open to that idea. You're obviously, going to be one of the hardest type of person to read, so I find that quite an interesting challenge. I think what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of psychometry, which is you've brought me some objects, so I'll do a little bit of a reading on those. That will be like a psychic type reading.
Okay.
Let's try one.
The first one is a gold fob watch.
Okay, and this would be somebody you would know enough information about to be able me to be concerned what it is. Okay, that's okay. I sensed it could have been someone you knew, and I felt a kind of fatherly vibration. So I don't know if that's been owned by your father. Mm-hmm. Would that be correct?
Yeah, it's my grandfather.
Did he suffer with chest conditions at the end, your grandfather?
Yes.
And I feel with yourself, the connection between you and him is, he would have been kind of, I feel like a beacon for you, a beacon of light, somebody that would have been, I get a sense with your childhood that he would have been a sort of a mentor of some sort for you, more so than perhaps your father was. I feel I get the sense with him he would be more of a father than your own father.
But he was a big influence on me. I mean, I did live with him for a number of years after my parents divorced. But I wouldn't say he inspired me. He was a very gentle, kind, important figure in my life and gave me sort of a lot of stability.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I sense this as if the kindness comes from him to you in such a way that you would have felt this is the man you could have trusted more than anybody else in your world, I feel.
Probably that's true, yeah.
Let's try the picture, what I picked with the picture. I'll tell you what I picked up straight away from that, because the first thought I had with it was, I sensed had a good sense of humour, could be a bit of a comedian with things.
A little.
But dry humour, that's what I sensed with him. And someone that...
You're saying him?
Him, I'm saying, yeah. So it's a woman, obviously. You're picking me up on that.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
I felt male. I thought it was a male vibration. Is that incorrect?
No, it's correct.
It is correct, yeah. You're tricking me. They're in the spirit side, can I ask? I'm going to ask you that.
No, you're going to tell me.
Okay. Well, I would sense that they're dead, actually. Initially, a sense of quite a lot of sadness with this person, that they would have died younger. And this is why I got the sense of vanity in some respects, as if they've lost their life too soon. I feel it's been a difficult passing with them.
Well, they did die relatively young,
yeah.
But it wasn't through illness, it was through an accident.
Okay, a very emotional person, I want to say, because I feel very emotional when I connect to the idea of this person. Were they gay as well, can I say? Because I feel that I can sense the feeling that the person would have been on a relationship level with you as well.
Mm-hmm, that's true. Yeah.
And I feel that they, early in their life, would have been quite open about the fact that they were gay, because I feel that they've had to stand up early on their own. And I feel they went through a lot of type of emotional bullying with them as well. That I feel this man has such an intensity of passion. He'll fall in love at the drop of a hat, as it were, but he means it too, because he does have, he's been searching for love in his life. Love for him has been really, really important in his life. It is in everybody's, I guess, but the passionate love that comes with him.
Why in his life?
Well, I feel there's something where he's been abandoned. There's this sense of abandonment with him. Why do I get this feeling of abandonment with him?
There was abandonment by his mother and father.
Yeah, because I feel like I've abandoned. So he's lost his mother, although not physically lost his mother, because I get this sense of abandoned, and I'm searching all the time to try to find security in what I'd missed so much as a child. I'm getting London at night for some reason. Did he pass in London at night?
Mm-hmm.
And there's something very dark, and I can see police around me. So has something criminal happened? Because has he interrupted something or something? Because I've got something where I've got sirens going, and I'm in a dark street, and have I got hit, beaten? I feel like I've been hit by somebody. Because the back of my head feels like it's been hurt. Does that make sense?
Well, he died. He went up on the roof of his block of flats to investigate what had been a suspected break-in from the roof.
So there is crime involved, right?
And how he fell off the roof, we don't know. But he fell off the roof.
The back of my head has been badly hurt. I've been hit from behind on the back of my head. I suppose if he's fallen from great height, you can't tell what the cause of death would have been, because that could have been part of the fall. But I feel I've been hit from behind with him. The search for love, I feel now for him, continues, but in the next world, and that he's perhaps finding the love that he needed there, as it were. And who was Peter? Is he also a Peter? Is there a Peter?
Yeah.
Right. But let me just sort of say that I feel that Peter would want to connect with you to let you know that love goes on. That's what I feel is what he feels is important to know.
I think that went as much as I could expect it to go. I felt it was a bit of a struggle, as it would be. I knew he was going to be sceptical. I mean, I like Peter, a nice fella. Obviously, he has to have a lot more to convince him that there's life after death.
During the last reading, I did sort of feel some kind of connection with Craig, and it sort of brought back memories, and quite strong emotional memories, about Peter and the time we were together. But I don't really think that can be explained by as paranormal or as other than a rational explanation, that I'm just reliving those fond moments we shared together.
he's obviously going to need empirical proof as opposed to the sort of subjective proof that I'm likely to give him. I think it was a pretty good try though, and I believe he felt quite open to it towards the end.
That was great, and there'll be more of that coming up later on. Now, if you've got your laptop or computer handy, why not go on one of our Facebook or Twitter pages, or go on our website and join one of our free online chat forums now. Remember, our lines are still open for you to call in. All the numbers are on the screen that you will need. So why not call in? You never know what it might hold.